Hello there, folks, and welcome back to RPG Maker. And well, it's been such a long time since I actually did anything in this platform. I mean, on stream, because I've been working meticulously, but I've been letting it slower because I'm not that interested in rushing it. But alright, so for today, I will actually have to test something. Be interested in testing a little encyclopedia event that I made. Encyclopedia. But before testing that, I'll actually have to, uh, well, see if it actually works, and I'll actually have to change a few details. Alright, now this will okay, so I'll have to show this and this. The main event will function like this. We'll have this picture shown, and then this, wait 4 seconds, and then the second picture with the description of that specific profession. Now the point is, the main event has to be short because I don't want one single event to last too long. But in the encyclopedia, I want the player to actually have the time to read the stat sheet. Alright, let's see. So this one is gonna be deleted, and I'm gonna add something instead. Like, hmm, let me see, what kind of, can add a loop in here. And let's see, can cut paste this. Show choices, dim, right, disabled. Um, let's see, um, info slash c 17 exit. Alright, now this is gonna be the loop. This one's gonna be deleted. This one cut. Let me think a bit. Should I actually have one single choice? Yeah, there should be one single choice though. Okay, so exit, breh, and stats maybe. Perhaps it will be changed, I'm not sure. Okay, profession, description. These also have to be small because the pictures are gonna take quite some space on the screen. And let me see, exit, break loop. Okay, so you actually break out of this loop. This is for a player to click when finished reading. Okay, this one can actually wait a bit. Instead of break loop though, hmm, let me think a bit. Thaumaturge. Okay, so I'm gonna go back, I'd say. Now, I'll try with this one. Exit event processing is a bit faster because it tells them to actually take you down. Okay, stats, exit, wait a bit, let me see a bit. Uh, so you've got stats. You see the stats, and as you see the stats, you can actually see the choice again. These have the same ID, so whichever of the two you pick, it's going to overwrite the previous one. And I also need this one here. you need to erase the picture. Alright, let me delete these. Should actually try that still. Nah, I think I'll YOLO. Okay. Okay, delete and delete. Okay. These can actually go poof. Okay, next profession. Copy. Boop. Cut. Boop. Boop. Alright. I'm guessing that should be it. I'll have to actually test it as soon as I finish doing this. Select picture, exit processing, can simply go boof. Okay. Copy. Priest. No, not priest, purist. Okay. Let me think a bit. And this one. Alright. Copy. Let me see. Paste. Tank. Except I call them tonk because it sounds, I think it sounds better. Alright. No point creating a game if you don't put some memes in it, I guess. Okay. One boop. Alright, you copy, paste. See the floral dervish. Profession description. Okay, erase picture, good. Apparently you're not allowed to leave the loop. Wait. Wait, I forgot. I also need to put the loops. I only copied that. Yeah, oh well. Loop. Cut, paste. 2. Add a loop. Cut, paste. Loop. Cut, paste. Okay, let's see. 4. Loop. Cut, paste. 5 is loop. Cut, paste. 6. Okay. 7 needs a loop. Cut, paste. Alright. Now 8. Wait, let me actually copy the entire sequence. 8. Okay, cycle. This one. Delete, paste. Alright. 1 and all these. Okay. 8, 9. Take the loop. Paste. Fanatic. Fanatic. Okay, these can go poof. Illusionist. Wait. Alright. Yep. Illusionist. Gosh, the mouse is so sensitive. Okay, copy. Paste. Fortune Weaver. Alright, let me see. Okay, these can go boom. Okay, Fortune Slinger. I think by far the more complex. Not sure if it will be the most complex, but it was supposed to be an easy one. I mean, an easy to code. Alright. Shade Trickster. Okay. Boop. Delete. Loop. Ah, oh well. Necromancer. It should be like this. Shouldn't have deleted that though, but alright. Necromancer. Mistakes were made. Okay, now copy, paste. Oh, sweet paradox. Fortunately, this profession won't be as complex as I initially thought, but I'll see, I'll see, I'll see. I mean, I'm still doing the design part for them. The coding will be, well, I'll see about that. But I think my 4,000 hours of RPG Maker can handle that. Alright, delete. Copy, paste. Okay, hexagon. Alright. Boop. You copy, paste. Crafter. You cut, paste. These go boom. Okay. Copy. Astrologicus. Not sure if I'm gonna truly create this profession though. It's not that I'm running out of ideas anytime, but I don't know. Just feels a bit like it's gonna be similar more or less, or I'm not sure though, but alright, 19. Uh, Copy the loop, paste. Okay. Berserkir. Alright. Now delete. Now copy the loop. And it's gonna be artist. Because I'm on artist main in DBD, so it should only be fair that I've got a profession called artist. Alright, but it's not gonna sling crows anyways. Copy and paste. Now, Twilight Dancers. I think this is gonna be a personal favorite. I want to create things that are as different as possible from the rest. Alright, let's see. So I've got these made up like this. Alright, testing time. Let's see if the game chokes, pukes, or vomits. Yes. Does it actually record that? I don't know. Hopefully it does. Alright, so let's see if the script actually works. Item. Okay, I actually have one. Alright, the sound is actually hearable. Oh well, it's overlapping a bit with the picture. Wait, what? Oh wait, I have a different resolution on my computer. I ain't thought about this. On my laptop the picture is around till here, and this one is actually out of the picture. Meh, alright. It shows this. Now with info, one can actually read the info. Alright. Say Ravager. Okay. Laurel Dervish. Okay, so the stats. Usually this is what the player would want to see. These are professions that you'll only be facing. Okay, and the short description. Maybe most likely these descriptions will be a bit bigger. Alright, if you want the stats, if you want the info, okay, it's actually working. Let's see, main page. So the links are actually working. Alright. And compared to the main event now they can actually spend as much time to watch the pictures or, well, that's technically the only thing of importance. And the stats will most likely be, uh, well, they will change based on my experience, but first I actually have to code. Wait a bit, wait, what? Alright, so this one is fucked up. Okay. The sound is annoying with the selection. Wait, let me see a bit. Actors. I think it's system. Uh, ship sounds. Alright. Alright. Lowering the volume by default is actually good. These sounds can be quite painful, especially if someone has good headphones. Alright. Alright. Ooh, and you're actually back to this one. Alright. Oh wait, okay. Let me settle that since I already saw it. Let me see. Profession encyclopedia. Okay, let me see. So, we've got psychic. We've got. Alright. We've got one. Yeah, because I remember I did that, but. Okay, let me see. So it's 25, 3, 24, 20. Okay. Um, any yellow? I don't see any yellow in here. Let me go. No, let me go 10. No, let me go 17 here. Let me go 10 here. Alright. Now that should solve the color. Now let me go to, let's see, Mind Melter. Where is that? Oh, Psychic. I actually, okay, I didn't, okay. Illusionist. Yeah, that's why it wasn't working. I actually skipped this by mistake. Alright. Wait a bit. No, 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 that's correct. It's correct, I think. Illusionist. Wait a bit, which one wasn't working? Previous one, I'd say. Psychic. No, polarizer. These ones weren't working. Fortune Slinger. Alright. Fortune Slinger, Fortune Weavers. They have the output done, but there is something wrong. Wait a bit. Wilderness Embracer. No, 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 it's above. Mind Melter. Illusionist. Ah, okay. I need to actually delete the break loops. Or wait, what the heck is that? Wait. Cycle geometrist, back to menu, part 2, main menu. Yeah, because the break loop is needed to exit the main loop and actually get to the show choices. Let me see. But with these things there is something a bit awkward. Wait, were they in psychic or previous page? So the psychic part, you can actually see the astrologos. Logicus, wait. Alright. Hexagon. Wait, the hexagon actually works. Illusionist actually works. No, it's not this one. Oh, polarizer witchcraft. This one is not working. Dude, what the heck am I doing? Previous page, main menu. Ah, it's only 3. Alright, so for some reason, polarizer witchcraft ain't working. Let me actually see. Alright, so it's this variable. Polarizer witchcraft. This one variable is 0 by default. And let me see. This page is 1, so I've got... Oh wait, you need to break loop and you need to break loop again. You need double break loops in here. Alright, it's 1. Okay, so polarizer witchcraft. So this one actually works. Wait. My gosh, those sounds are so low. I can barely hear them because of the stupid sounds of the okay, console or whatever. Okay. So at least I don't, well, I still don't suck at doing these. Alright, let's see. Paradox part 1. Wait. Okay. So this is the second part. Artist and twin light dancers. Alright. Let me get to this. Ah, they don't work either. These actually work. Alright. So this one, let me think a bit. Should they be a separate loop? Like the first one is a loop, and you say next page, you break loop to this one. It's gonna be too many loops though. But when you exit from one of these, you're gonna be in the bigger loop, which is this one. Instead of adding multiple break loops and the such. Okay, let me actually apply. Let me actually... Okay. Let me test it like this. See if it actually works. If not, I'm gonna add double loops. I'm not a fan of double loops though, but alright. Or multiple loops whatsoever. Wait a bit. This should be like this. Alright. Get the item. Alright. Polarizer witchcraft. And it still works like shit. Ah, JavaScript, you're such a piss. Alright, let me think. F9. Item encyclopedia. Alright. Okay, double loops I guess. Shadow Melder. No. psychic, and paradox, polarizer, witchcraft. Alright, let me see. Break loops, two break loops don't work one after the other. That's something I remembered, but thought I would try again. Alright, let's see. So I will need uh, if it's 0, now I need the loop here. Alright, good. Mm-hmm. So let me see. Have break loop, which will break you of this loop. And since it's a else, this one will be avoided, so I don't need to pay attention to this one. Alright. Okay. Let me see. So, you choose any of these, or you say next page. When you say next page, you don't break the loop, so you're still in this loop. And since the variable is 1, you're automatically gonna go here. There shouldn't be any problem with this one. Now the break loop here, that's gonna be the problem because it's gonna break only this loop. So the point is, I can either make, if this variable is different than 0, then break loop, aka break this big loop. So let me see, this event, you jump from this loop, you jump to this loop. I think I know how to do it. So let me see, which one is this? Okay. So main menu, okay. Let me think. Let me think a bit. So you're gonna do profession info show or this. It's only gonna break the loop. This loop. I still have the bigger one. So I can do okay. Um, okay. If it's 2, okay. Previous page and main menu jumps off of here. Let me think a bit. If you exit encyclopedia, also turn this to 0 so that when the player is back, okay, let's see, fortune, main menu. Well, if you're here, it's already 0, so I don't need to add an extra line for nothing. Alright, so let's see. Which variable is this? 296. This one's 296. Let's see. Bruh. Need this. Okay. So I need a conditional here, variable. 296. If it is equals to 2, you are gonna break loop. If value is 2, break big loop so player can get to the profession info. Now this should basically be it. Oh well, I'm gonna actually bump into you know, testing it. Let me see. Okay, let me save. Let me see how things are. Alright. Perhaps I can even test the event though. Alright, polarizer. Bruh. I'm telling you, it's witchcraft. Alright. These actually go, but this one, for fuck's sakes, this one for some reason is more stubborn than me, I guess. What on earth can it be that it's actually ruining the situation? I mean, this value is 0 by default. It's not changed at all. Because for some reason, whichever versions I'm picking, it's resetting me here. So it gets into the big loop. Okay, let's see. $game variables dot value 296. It got to 2. Wait a bit. How the fuck did you get to 2? So it actually enters here. Wait up. Wait a minute. Should break this bigger loop. How many loops do I even have though? So I selected paradox. Let me see, 329. Alright. 329. It's actually 15. That's proof that it has been chosen. This was also a proof. So it goes into break loop. Okay. So break loop by design means that this loop is jumped out of. The else is ignored because, wait, you don't need anything in the else. And it should reach this part where it should break the bigger loop. But for some reason it's actually starting it again. Let me actually take this one from here. Let me put it here. Hmm. Wait, if it is 2, let me also put it to 0. Change it back to 0 so player can Uh, use this menu normally. Alright, whatever normal means today. Alright, perhaps it will work today. Now I've mingled with so many other things, and apparently I don't remember exactly how to do a choice system or something like that. And it's always something that has to appear. Alright. Okay. And obviously it still doesn't work. Um, maybe an else? Wait a bit. Oh wait, there's also the bigger loop. Okay, so polarizer witchcraft. Okay. I actually need a big loop. I mean, I've got this loop, which is kind of useless if you ask me, because I've got the minor too. So, don't think I'll be needing this one. Because the other ones are already in loops. Yeah, that should be it. The other ones are already in loops. I can actually take this one and put it down here. Hmm? Wait a bit. Now this menu won't simply repeat, I guess. So if there's 0, and it will be usually 0 by default, it's gonna enter here, gonna make a choice, it's gonna break a loop, which is this one. This one's no longer gonna be needed. Don't think this one's gonna be needed anyways. So if I exit encyclopedia, it's gonna be 0. Previous page is gonna be turned to 0. And that's basically the only way that I can leave. Wait, main menu. If it's main menu, turn this to 0 as well. I'm gonna put it here just in case. Okay, don't think I'll be needing this. Yeah, and the other ones don't have a loop either, because technically this all is a loop. Apply. Boop. Now let me see. Alright. Yes. Now it should work. I forgot there was the bigger loop, so that's why it wasn't leaving that's why it wasn't leaving that. A problem should be solved. 10 years later. Alright. Bruh. You're taking a piss! Ah. What the fuck is wrong with that? Every single time I create an event, that 99% has to work perfectly, but then there has to be that 0.1% that simply doesn't want to work. What the fuck is your problem? Wait a bit. Ah, it's the 2. And then it can't enter here anymore. Ah, I know it. I know how I can fix that. It needs to be done to 0 here, so every time I leave either of these loops, it's gonna be made 0. So I don't think I need Don't think I need this anymore here. Main menu, I don't think I'll need this one anymore because exit event processing, and then if you choose it again it's gonna be preset to 0 anyways. Exit encyclopedia, that's gonna be set to 0 again, so 3 less lines, always a good thing. Okay. Oh wait, yeah, I still need that part. I still need that part. Conditional branch, this one, if it's equals to 2. Control variables. I actually don't need to. I just break loop. Doesn't need to be set to 0 anymore. Break big loop. Hopefully it will work now. 10th attempt is the charm. Okay, let's see. Should be good this time. All right. Easy. It actually fucking works. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. All right. Yeah, the stats haven't been decided yet for this one. It's one of the later professions. Alright, exit. Let's see. Next. Bruh. I knew there had to be something, like literally. Alright. I knew there had to be something. There had to actually be something. Okay, Ravager. Polarizer Witchcraft. What the fuck is your problem? Next page. If I set you to 1. Wait. Ah, this is not a good idea here. I knew that's not a good idea there. Okay, set it to 1 because... Oh wait, it exits and then it goes back to 0. Yeah, I knew that wasn't a good idea. So main menu, you're gonna be back here. Previous page. Yeah, leave it back to 0. Main menu back to 0. Exit encyclopedia back to 0. Alright. Well, I made half of it work. Now let's actually see if the other half is working. Then I can actually fire the event and go through it. See where the heck there are problems or not. Well, welcome into whoever may have joined. Welcome into my humble project. Alright. Polarizer Witchcraft. Stats. Info. Exit. Polarizer. Wait. Ah. Why, you motherfucker? Why is it that every other... Oh, yes. Yeah. I should have done this in a script, but apparently I can't script choices anymore. I could have had this all in a simple script. Alright, let me see what the fuck your problem is. Let me think a bit. Oh wait, I also need this one here. Because if it leaves, at least it makes it 0 again. Alright, now that that's 0, it's gonna start all the way back from here. So I should be able to select any other thing. Now let me think a bit. I don't need to add 0 at the top of the big loop, just in case. Alright, double 11. 11 is the charm, master number. Let's see. Okay. Alright. Okay. Obviously. What the fuck is your problem? You motherfucker, I've got $4,000 in this game and this stupidly simple events making me feel as if I'm a noob. Alright, next page. Turn this one to 1. Alright. Main menu obviously works because you don't need much brain for that anyways. Wait. Oh my fucking god, I'm such a douche. I'm such a dunce. This one needs a break loop because it's a loop on its own. Alright, let's see. Previous page. This one needs another break loop. This has the exit event processing. Okay, finally. Neurons woke up. Good. Okay, double 12. 12 is a number again. It's an important number. 12, representative of Shiva and the sun. Let's see. Does it work this time? The other part of the event actually works. Alright. Alright, polarizer witchcraft. I'm gonna jump specifically here, and obviously it's not working. Wait, now it's working. Right. Why, you motherfucker? Okay. Wait, it's an else. Perhaps that's why it's not working, because it's an else. Because it's gonna start all over again. It's gonna go to 1, break loop. And it takes me to the main menu again. Wait, let me see. Previous page. Yeah, because I no longer have the big loop over here. Mm, let me think. I really need the if else though. Let me see how it will work without the else. No, here. So I have 0, I have 1, and then I have 2. Alright, it's just gonna be jumping from one loop to the other now. But the problem is, wait, if it breaks loop from 0 to 1, it's gonna be good. If you break loop from 1, it's gonna go out and it's gonna go back to the menu instead of this. So I definitely need a loop over here, which will include these. Alright. Okay. This one needs to be in the bigger loop. Let's see, what other problem have I caused? So it's 0, it's 1. Each of these has their own break loop, which removes them from their corresponding loops. This one is for the bigger loop. Alright. Let's see if it works this way. Okay. Let's wait for that and select save. Alright. Ah. Okay. Time to test again and see. Alright. Now that I added an extra loop, obviously it's gonna be some kind of piss again. Wait, what the fuck is it doing? Ah, my gosh. Nah, this day obviously was the day in which nothing ever works. Ah, it's one of those days again. Alright, let's see. 1, 2. But I need the loop to actually break out of the big loop. Uh, hmm. Wait, this is the bigger loop. When you break out of that, I know. You break out of this loop, but you're still stuck in the main menu loop. Hmm. Wait, when you break out of this loop and you say main menu, that goes to this one. Previous page. I'm sure this would go well because it's 0 and it takes you back to that one. Rabbit, polarizer, witchcraft. Wait, next page actually works well. Main menu. But for some reason these don't work well now. So the swapping goes well, which was actually expectable. When you choose any of these, it changes this. You have one break loop, but you break out of this loop, right? So you pick Necromancer, and now you actually get back to the main menu only. Because you pick a Necromancer, it's still, wait, this one. You have a break loop, so you break out of this loop. It skips this one because you don't have value 1. It has value 2, so it breaks loop, breaks this loop. And I need another one. Let's see. I can make an artifice though. um, Wait. Okay. Okay, so this one is here. Break big loop. Break polarizer menu. Wait. Break polarizer menu. Loop here. Right? This way you should actually be breaking the bigger loop. If If you got out of this one, you're gonna break the much bigger loop also. Oh, hello! I'm working out right now, but I'm a bit lurking. I think this is so cool for you to stream, like a learning thing for people. I'm not sure what's about learning for people. Thank you for joining though. It's actually quite nice of you. And well, 4,000 hours, well, more than 4,000 hours in this, and this stupid little event's making me feel like a noob. Gosh, ain't done menus like this in such a long fucking time. Alright, let me see. This is more gonna be a showcase, not a teaching thing. Alright. Okay, polarizer witchcraft. Let's see. It's actually working. Okay. Good. Alright, that's working. Good. Polarizer. Next page. Fortune Slinger. Info. Good. Exit. Polarizer. Next page. Previous page. Main menu. Good. It's actually working. I think it's actually working right now. Good. Alright. Now that I've done with this, I've asserted my dominance over that event. Let me think. Do I really need this back here? Don't need this for testing anymore. Um, get encyclopedia item. PBS personal battle system. Okay, for testing purposes. Alright. Let me actually start the event itself. I'm gonna just showcase the event before the actual battle system, which I don't have any of yet. Then I think I'm gonna call it a quits with RPG Maker, so I don't have anything else to do. I'll be working on my laptop. Alright, let's see some case of true design. So it's a visual novel, expect a lot of texts. Alright. I really like the idea that the characters actually step when they have their own quote. It makes it a bit more animated. I've never seen this anywhere else. But I said I want to revolutionize the designing. Wait, why did that lag? I should add some animations. And the stupid animation is so big that it actually appears as if it's done on the player instead of the character, so meh. I do like the gaps though. They're quick. I like how he made the characters change pictures a lot. One of both. Oh yes, and I love making character like when they poke with quotes. Like most certainly am Bozo. Oh my gosh, this character of mine is such a troll. Oh my gosh. I really like the design of this character. So many people usually waste their time talking. This character just goes to the stabbing. In case you're wondering, yes, the protagonist is, well, more or less a goddess. Not quite a god, but, well, technically she is, but, well, she's exploring the worlds by limiting herself as much as possible so that she can understand how the simpler life forms actually exist in this universe that she actually took part in creating. Perhaps she actually should move. Alright. Here she realizes something, but it's not presented specifically to the player. Obviously she wanted to stab again. But she forgot one thing. If the protagonist stabs once, she will stab twice. This character is such a goofball. Yvonne Thaylin Tertullian. You'll see her name written, but I'm not sure if you can read it though quick enough. Well, we can call her Yvonne. She's quite a goofball in a way, but she's a good illusionist. I'm gonna have some hard time creating her AI. That picture stays way too much. I need to lower those timers. Okay, let's see how the reworked event works. Need to... Obviously always ready for the stabbing. And the priestess comes. The background music is technically her music. And I do love the fact that I animated her hair. Well, it's technically a set of images, but oh well. Obviously everyone is pissed. I could actually have them join in, get closer to the player. Could be something nice. Still, this event is just a skeleton. I may well extend it, but I'll see. As I said, if one Salient Tertullian. And no one likes her, obviously. Troy sounds like the name of a bozo. And obviously can't even feel bad for saying it. Ah, this character is just like me. She doesn't give a fuck if she's telling the truth and someone's feeling hurt. Like, no, 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 thanks. And in case you're running, yes, this event is auto run, so no accidental movement can be done if you accidentally click. I showcased the arena event, but I didn't showcase this whole event, so I do have something to showcase, I think. Wait, where the fuck is the sixth one? Bruh. That's what I hate about autoruns. I can't break. I can't pause them. Okay, no errors. Surprised these bozos would actually fire a war. Let alone win one. Wait, they actually step here, I think. You should remove that point because the pictures won't allow you to see that they actually step before they say their own quote. Only then departed. I came. Alright, ravage and burn everything in her path. Ah, okay, this is something that I added. I love how this character looks like, really. Okay. Alright. Speaking about the devil. Well, it's good that this picture was actually there. Ah, they get turned into ghosts. The problem is these stupid things don't disappear in time. That's why I hate this thing. These things are I actually delete them early on, but it doesn't have a wait timer when you do it. So stupid JavaScript doesn't do it then. It just delays it. This thing actually ruins the whole thing, but oh well. Yeah, they only disappear right now, like literally. Meh. JavaScript, you're such a piss. Right, and here she says how you can actually save them. But technically you don't save them, you can't save them, but alright. In the honorable duel. Ah yes, the honorable duel, yes. I should have good target practice. I'll have to replace these pictures most likely. The one who created those things, I didn't take notice that they set them up as for no use. Technically you just have them and you look at them. Not allowed to use those. So one of the 6 switches is actually missing. And in case you're wondering, yeah, that's Alpha Nemesis. And she's called Nemesis for a reason. Yep, there's gonna be team enemies. Oh yes, I also forgot, this character never presents herself as I, similar to how kind of I function, except when I talk to people who don't know me, or, well, in some cases, this character always refers to herself as one or the one. Or she simply doesn't present any such pronoun. Yeah, that's something that I can't deny. It's part of the bigger game. Wait. I promise I remember this map. Alright. Okay, let's go before I get bombarded again. I don't want to see half of the screen. And since it's testing, I don't have the other item. Alright, time to go to the arena, I guess. Let me see, is it working? Yep, it's working, finally.
Bruh.
Oh, I like this song. Viking vibes! Wait, I think Wait, more like Celtic. This one's Celtic. Wait, let me actually shorten this one. This thing is still... Ah, wait, actually I still have to check it out and see. Okay. This orange should actually be changed, or the background. But the black background is transparent enough that one can actually see the avatars. And yes, each character will always have their own color. Unless they're a secondary character. Ah, Celtic music. Always feels like taking me somewhere different. In case you're wondering who the composer is, he's Adrian von Ziegler, a well-known composer. It felt as an honor to actually purchase their music. I really hope the game actually lives up to the music's quality. Well, the entire story is not presented here, because it's still testing purposes and text boxes can't fail. I didn't want to go through all this text again and again and again for testing purposes, so. My gosh, I love this character so much. I'm gonna make I'm gonna talk again to that girl, see if she really wants to do voice acting for this character. Ah, need to keep my spine erect. Oh wait, I think I should actually take it slower with the text scrolling. I should have removed that part. I always forget to remove that part. Maybe I should have made them phantomatic. Now, if I make them phantomatic, you can actually see the ones behind and it's gonna look like a mess. Oh my gosh, I love this character. When I saw that character, how she looks, I said, okay, for some people it's gonna be waifu material, not for me. I think I either am gonna make this character big, or I'm gonna make a big failure out of it. At least I fixed this part. They used to not light up when they should. I mean, there was a mistake I did in the code. This is a plugin that allows you to have this. It's not custom made in, it's not RPG Maker specifically. It's made through a plugin. And the plugin actually remembers the commands that you give to a picture if it's on the same ID compared to RPG Maker. So in RPG Maker, when you put a picture on the same ID as another one, it will overwrite that, and it will also change all of its parameters, like position on the screen, tint, pictures, and anything else.
Bruh.
This plugin doesn't do that. It actually remembered that. That was surprising to me. Wait, I should put witch in between commas because technically she's not a witch. Her profession is alchemist. An alchemist is wilderness embracer. If I remember correctly, that's how I classify them. Well, the protagonist doesn't tell her that her blast wouldn't have killed Nemesis anyways. I mean, it would have wounded her seriously, but... Vikings... I actually bought the horn sounds. They're $1 each. I don't remember the site's name, but... Sounds a bit loud. I'm curious how many players will realize that these characters actually fade slowly, they don't just vanish. Actually took me no effort to do that, the slow fading. Obviously, each profession will have its own background music, but I'm gonna handle that later. So the Thaumaturge is a profession born through combined experience from the elves, humans, and orcs. Well, others, but not gonna give too many details. That's why I made the encyclopedia, so that the player has the time to actually see the stats, because those things in the right you don't have in the main event. You only have 4 seconds to see, else the event would take too long. So, it hones its mastery over the elements of the world. These brave mages will back down from no challenge. They utilize seals, totems, runes, glyphs, and focus ability types, both providing aid to teammates as well as dishing out elemental damage. Applies unique effects through elemental damage, and when any two would be combined, extra effects trigger. This would be similar to how Genshin Impact works. I'm gonna try and see how I can actually code that. Hopefully I don't get too much of a headache. But, oh well. Boop. Alchemists, and here you can see the character previously shown. A profession typically represented by misfits and misunderstood artists. Each such caster is a wonder on their own. A support-oriented profession, relying on a team so that they can perform their potion tossing abilities, relying on potions and elixirs to deliver their effects. Goofy by nature, yet rarely their experiments may end up being really shiny because they actually blow stuff. But the profession is not gonna be as complex as it can be. I mean, yes, it can be. It has a mechanic that's a piss with different potion and elixir sizes, but well, I'll see how I'll actually program that into the AI. The cleric. Cleric is born as a walking saint amongst the mundane. It was developed by the humans as a battle cleric, however it incorporated the more pacifistic variants adopted by the normal elves, aka the most pure beings, especially the females, in this world. It boasts seal, chant, shout, hymn, sigil, signet, mantra, ability types to bring major aid to their allies. Wait, I wrote shout twice. I actually need to correct that. The priest. A sanctified presence boasting sigils, signets, mantras, talismans, and keystones to fulfill their supportive role. Now, even if some professions will have the same skill ability, they will function differently. I want all the professions to be completely different one from the other. Even if the support will be similar by nature in a way, like buffing certain things, but the skill mechanic, I want each profession to feel different. Yet again, I'm gonna underline the fact these professions the player will fight against. They're not gonna be playable. The purist. Brought to this world by the purest, most noble things, or beings, well, they're called things by some, but oh well, the normal elf females, also named elfins. They make up for their fragility through their mobility. They also have a unique resource amongst a variety of spells and bubbles. Well, they only have 2 bubbles, but I'm gonna see if I add extra or not. The tank, well, I called it Tonk in here, but oh well. A sturdy profession bent on discipline to outlast their opposition, punishing their opposition if they dodge or block. They have stances, auras, tactics, runes, as well as rage-based and adrenaline-based abilities to oppose their opposition. The warrior, or my approach on warrior. A profession branch stemming from the desert people's Zechtud, which means devotion towards the goddess of the sun and the goddess of the moon. A most dangerous encounter to any adversary, this warrior branch boasts a more complex arsenal of dealing with any opposition, typically outlasting until their faith builds so they can unleash their full potential, significantly stronger when their allies perish around. Their vengeance is not to be messed with. Wait, writing increased to 100, I guess. So yeah, this is not gonna be similar to any warrior that most people find in video games. This is gonna be somewhat different. The floral dervish. inspired obviously from Guild Wars 1 Dervish in case you are wondering, or basically my main profession in that game. Another most dangerous approach from the desert nomads, wielding a devastating scythe with powerful attack swipe abilities, earth runes, totems and enchantments to defy their opposition. Like every other profession, it has its unique mechanic to it as well. Well, not all professions have something unique, but, well, you need to make it fluffier than it is. Alright, it's a profession not to be trifled with. Yep, this one is definitely a danger. The Psyker. This one's a brainless one. A profession born from introspection and study of how the mind works. It has become much more in time than what it initially was. An in-your-face profession based on quickly trampling on their opponent's skulls. Well, that's technically what it still does. It's one of the more simpler ones, it only has a few skills, and it only uses one ability type, which is called Suppression. Technically, all it does, it deals damage to the enemy, well, hoping to actually break them as fast as possible. It deals huge damage, but fortunately the player has 50% natural resistance to their elements, so you're not gonna be burnt down that quickly. I'll also have to mingle with the numbers though. Fanatic. I actually changed the picture. It was a she, but I didn't like her because she was too scantily dressed. A profession boasting utility and damage, as well as being a sturdy foe. Makes use of pact, hymn, spell, signet, aria, and attack ability types to hunt their opposition, as well as protect their allies. Don't worry about killing them. They don't have a habit of falling quickly, and I kind of know they don't fall that quickly. In the original part, well, technically the novel that I intended to write and have these practitioners in, the fanatic was the most complex of all the professions, having 8 or 9 elite specializations, or well, super specializations as I call them, and requiring around 40 years of life to master. This one was the most complex I would have created. Illusionist. I love how this character looks. A profession utilizing a unique mechanic on its own, as well as slinging distortion, hex, dimensional twist, manipulation, and obliteration ability types. It serves one of the goddesses of the ether, for which their life is an eternal arts performance. A fool's demise easily comes from underestimating this profession. Now this is a profession that I really liked creating, at least the design part. I'll see how it goes when I have to code it, but... The Fortune Weaver. Fortune telling has become more than destiny to the few that can harness such power. However, this is one of the 2 branches of the tarot profession. Though the simpler branch, complexity-wise, underestimating the opposition usually pits one dead close to their grave. Wait, I didn't correct this thing. Oh well. Anything one uses can easily be turned against. Each action has a reaction, highly based on opponent's movements to obtain its desired results. Yeah, this profession I'm gonna keep it a bit more mysterious, since it's usually something that you're not finding in video games. The next one I think is by far the most complex creation I'll make. Not sure if the most complex, but it's gonna be definitely a piss. I mean, especially to create the AI. The Fortune Slinger. If fortune telling has been a means of toying with life, losing oneself in illusion, or actually reaching a certain place of power, then only a few transcend the very limitations of the mind and even life. Making use of the influence of the 6 planets in the solar system, they employ heavy use of the loss of life mechanic, nullifying strengths and weaknesses, similar to how they eventually and ultimately nullify their opposition. This is gonna be a very, very awkward profession. I'm gonna try my best to make sure of that. The Shade Trickster. Preferring a sneaky approach, users of this path deserve their name. Such grinchy practitioners typically avoid direct confrontation, choosing however to lay a red carpet for the opposition to step on, as well as a range of firecrackers to light their opposition their way towards their grave. Each idea is usually a spark of grinchiness, in case someone actually gets the pun. Watch your step. Many a fool found their grave on stepping on the wrong tile, because it's gonna be turn-based anyways. The Necromancer. Now this is gonna be different than the typical Necromancer. Using claws as a main weapon, they slash through their opposition, draining life energy off of their struck targets. They revel in loss of life, they feast on it, and their ability to mitigate damage makes them an unforgettable encounter. Don't bother with their minions, they blow. Well, quite literally though, if you ask me. Paradox. Another one profession which I would really love to code. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna code the big one. It's gonna be just a minute version. A mysterious and pure being once stepped in and shook people's belief about the void. A joyride of feelings, suspense, and reversal. Nothing is certain when versing such casters, and paranoia easily becomes part of the norm. Until we return to the beyond. We are exiles no longer. These two quotes are from Sins of a Solar Empire, the Advent race, a race which I really love, and, well, obviously I will take some, well, inspiration, I'd say. The Geometrist. If perfection would manifest itself alive from the wells of illusion where it lies, it would manifest itself the best through these practitioners. Based on carving invisible points on the ground. When those points are united to their hearts and minds' desire and form geometrical shapes, the interior will detonate, damaging their enemies. Expect a ride through quirkiness and obviously boredom. Yeah, that's gonna be a boredom in your face profession. It's not gonna do anything specific. It's just gonna create certain shapes and, well, melt your face through those. The hexagon. Generations of frustration, silence, and repulsion have always driven mad most beings capable of certain levels of conscious thinking. When frustration becomes unbearable, what other way to flush it out of one's system than deal hexual harassment to the opposition in order to assert dominance? If they won't kneel, we'll feeble their knees so much, their own weight will crumble them to their knees. Ah. Sounds a bit cringe to me, but I love how it sounds. Boop. The crafter, one of the goofy professions. An awkward minor profession born of a chivalrous and honorable behavior, as well as a will to aid the ones in need, even if they may not need it. Still, true point be said, one can never have enough buff. This supportish profession is no threat on its own. Much. But can prove an invaluable support platform through their set crafting. The armor set they can craft are instead buffs, so that allies don't change armor pieces mid-fight. Yeah, that's gonna be something. I'm not sure exactly how it will function, but I had the idea. I said, okay, since this whole project is nothing else than me, challenging myself on how I can achieve certain things, oh well, fuck it. You only live once. Astrologicus, and obviously, oh wait, I forgot something here. Now this is gonna be bugging me every 5 seconds. Boasting predictions with their ability use, they rush to honor those predictions. There is no punishment or loss if they fail a prediction, however there is a reward. That coupled with their multi-layered abilities. Just reading the future is for morons. It won't make you more responsible. Yet only one's multifaceted design can benefit from such a search. Yeah, because I changed the name to this but I did that on the laptop. It should have been here as well. I'll have to change it. I know. Dude, I changed those. I changed those and tested them on the laptop before. Alright. If Rage and Vengeance had a child, born of a crude will to swipe anything in one's path and bathe in opposition's blood, they carve sigils and runes from damaging their opposition, or from failing to do so. Their rage takes a loss of life on them every time they miss or fail an action. However, their rage, which is different than the initial rage, also increases by doing so. And with great rage comes great responsibility. Oh well, or someone usually dies. Yeah, that's kind of the point. The artist. Now, since I'm an artist main in DBD, obviously there will be a profession called artist. When art, seclusion, talent, and too much mental complexity form a bond together, such practitioners end up doing twisted deeds, called calculated, ruthless, pretty much one's typical artist. Life is a poem of vibration, and you, a mere word trapped in its verse. Thus, I shall bring rhyme to your suffering. If your fate, or if your life were a play, would it be a comedy or a much expected tragedy? I'm actually working towards the design of this one. Can't wait to actually code it. It's gonna be somewhat simpler. Well, scratch that, I didn't say anything. Twin Light Dancers, the last edition, the last profession. So as the whole universe is an eternal dance between the components of matter, life is also nothing but a dance between all of its components. Like cogs perfectly fitting broader machinations of physicality, the twin light dancers hail from the distant desert, bringing forth gracefulness that will mesmerize the opposition, devotions towards the goddesses of moon and sun, and obviously brutality. Foes will melt in the face of true art and divine synchronization. Dancing is their full priority. Gracefully defeating opposition is just a byproduct. Alright, and the lift has been reached. Thank you for telling me that. And obviously, which would be your favorite, because this is the end of the event. Alright, that's gonna be it for this part. Okay, let me see. F9. I need to change something. Profession, main event. I need to do these changes once again because I thought I did them. Twin light dancers, artist. Alright. No. Gonna change this. Alright. So I changed the name to Berzer. Wait. Kir. Obviously. And this one's name was changed to Astrologicus. With a capital L, obviously. Boop. Wait. Has this one. Okay. The pictures I can't change anything about because, oh well. I can't change anything about them. Well, all I can say is welcome in to whoever also may have joined. Alright, and I think that's gonna be it for now. At least I made that part. I mean, yeah, I made the, what's it called? Okay. Boop. At least I made the encyclopedia event function. It was somewhat incomplete. Alright. If there would be any questions or things, I would be waiting for them. I'm not gonna mind much. Alright, let me see. Okay, so let's see. Anything else I can showcase? Nah, not on this map anymore. I don't have anything else I can actually create. 2, 3. There should be only 3 of these, not 4. Ah, wait, actually, yeah, there should be 4 of these. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Now that thing should actually be. Let me actually change this. Let's see. This one is only 2 tiles tall, so I'm gonna do that. Let me copy this, paste it in here. Alright, let's see. I had this in E page. Okay. These last, no, not these. these two. I think it's these two, right? Okay. Now I need to add the shade back. Wait. Back, that's such a piss. Wait a bit. Don't need any shade in here, bruh. Don't need any shade in here though. I only need shade for this. Delete that because it's gonna take some space and I don't want it. Because there's no roof above this. Well, you know what? Just leave it like this. I don't care much. Okay, let's see. So it's 1 and a 2. Can I actually add the fence? Let's see if it actually works. Wait, the player can actually move through here. Here they can't move anyways. If I remove these... Oh wait, there's actually a fence here, so no need to bother. Alright. Hmm. Could I actually add this? I could actually add it like this. Wait. And that's... Ah, that should be it. Wait. That should be dark as well. You can't put shade there because this is a special tile. Alright, let's see. I think think that should be it. I mean,